Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be installing these Yakattack MightyMounts, and I'm going to put one on each side of my perch pads, which are on my Bonafide 127. So let's start doing it. So for tools, we're going to need a drill with an 1/8 inch drill bit, Phillips screwdriver, and for this particular boat, I am going to need a utility knife. Oh, and of course, you're going to need the tracks. And these tracks actually come with the screws already in them. See it? So let's start drilling and cutting, shall we? Okay, so the first step we need the actual track, which looks like this. And there's this piece that's in the middle. We'll take that off after. This actually is here for a reason. It's here to keep this track from actually flexing in and out. That's why that's here. So it keeps it in a straight line. So we'll leave it in until we get it all screwed in, then we'll take it off. And we want the screws. Put the screws right here for now because I know you don't need them right this minute. So the first thing we need to do is locate where I want this. And on this particular boat, I have this perch pad. So I got to cut this material out. And what this is meant to do is one on each side of the boat. This is so you can stand up and put your feet here. I don't do that, so I don't need it there. And once I cut this, this will be recessed inside here, so I can still stand on it if I wanted to. Not that I really want to. So now I'm going to take my razor, which is sharp, and I am just going to go in and just carefully all the way around, trace it just like so. Oops, I don't want to move it. No, you don't want to move it. Keep it nice and still. Keep it still. It's hard to do when it slides around. If it slides too much, then I'll go back in and I'll trim it if need be. I will trim it more. Whoops. All right. Let's see how I did. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Let's see how if it even comes out. And take a piece out of it. Make it a little easier so I can dig her out. All right. And let me get all of it out, then I'll dig the rest of this stuff off here. Yeah, it's taking a while. Let's see what that looks like thus far. Well, it's actually good that I can trim more off, because then I can hopefully fix it somewhat here. Although it's not too bad. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean this up. Just like so. Something like that. So I am going to start the very first hole. I'm going to start it right here. Okay. Goes through fairly easy, as you can see. So these screws, I noticed, are not self-tapping screws. So you got to put a little bit of force behind them. And let me show you what I mean by that. You see how these heads are flat? A self-tapping screw would actually have a point on it. These do not have points on them. So now I'm going to do the next hole. I'll go right across here. Get rid of all this little plastic. So if it was a self-tapping screw, it would go in easier. But since it isn't, it actually takes some force to get it to go in. And once it starts and it's going in, just snug it up like this. That's all you have to do. Do not over tighten these screws. That's why I'm using a screwdriver versus a driver bit, because I do not want to strip out these screws. Now I can kind of just go boom, boom, boom. And actually at this point I can just drill them. I'm going to drill them all out. And if I didn't have this pad here, I would go like this. I would do 1, 2, 3, just to keep this all in line. Where I have this perch pad here, which is keeping this from moving around, I'm not worried about it. Now that all the holes are drilled, I'll put the screws in. And, you know, as you can see right now, this is pretty simple. This is pretty simple. Yakattack gives you everything you need. They give you the screws. No, the only thing they don't give you is a drill bit, but it's still pretty good. And the reasoning that I am putting these here is I just want more places, more options to add accessories, basically. I'm not sure if it's this side or that or the other side, but I'm going to put a cup holder in on one side, and it would be nice to have some more it would be nice to have some more camera angles that I can get for filming my videos. So I would be able to mount a camera actually on these tracks. So you want to make sure that all of these are snugged up, because that's what's going to make it so it doesn't leak. I'm going to go back and I am going to check every one of these screws, and I'm going to make sure they're all snugged up. And just do just like this all the way around, because as you tighten one of them up, the one on the other side may loosen, or it may not. Okay, now that they're all in place like this, now we can get rid of this thing. And there's still a little bit of burr in there. What I'll do is do this. Use my razor and get in there and get rid of the burr. Same thing on this side. Just like that. So that was pretty easy to do. I'm going to do the same thing now on this side. Since the kayak is inside now for the winter, I'm actually going to start working on modifications to improve my fishing for next season. And I have a few more things that I'm going to be doing to the kayak. So, with that said, please subscribe and thank you for watching. Bye.